This is the monthly horoscope for Aquarius for September 2023. And this is suitable for both Aquarius risings as well as Aquarius sun signs. So, Aquarius, you might have felt some of that heaviness from the Saturn opposing Sun that was happening end of August. But thankfully, this will be over once we get into September. So, you should be feeling back to your happy and light self. At the beginning of September, Venus is also going direct. This is happening on September 4th, and Venus is going direct in your 7th house. So any sort of reconsiderations you were doing around your relationships in August will now start resolving and going back to normal. So that's amazing. I'm sure you're happy about that. Notice if any of the things you learned about your relationship, about how you want to show as a partner, what you value in a relationship, any of that you learned in August, this is a great time to see in September, how can you apply them? How can you actually be the type of partner that you want to be in the relationship? Right after Venus goes direct, Jupiter goes retrograde. On September 5th, Jupiter will go retrograde in your 4th house of home. So you might find that if you're doing a lot of changes with your home, a lot of outward changes with your home, that they might not be going through as easily. Instead of really focusing on making changes, I would encourage you in September to just reflect inwardly on your home, what it means to have a home, what do you value in a home, what do you need at the end of the day to feel safe and secure in your home, and just using this time in September to take note of what is not working for you anymore. Once Jupiter goes direct, you can go ahead and start implementing some of those realizations. You usually have lots of innovative, crazy ideas, but you might find yourself in the middle of the month that you're not sharing them as openly as you usually do. And this is because Mercury is going to oppose Saturn. For the whole, actually, first half of September, Mercury is retrograde anyway, so you might find your communication not flowing as beautifully as it usually does, Aquarius. But especially between the 10th and the 16th of the month, this is when Mercury opposes Saturn. You might find that when you do try to communicate, you're quite negative, and it just doesn't get through to the other side. So if there's anything really important that you need to write about, that you need to speak about with others, I would recommend you wait until the second half of the month. On September 15th, we have a new moon in Virgo in your 8th house. So take a look if during this time there are some new energy, some new things you can bring when it comes to how you rely on others. Perhaps there's just a tiny step that you can take in the direction of relying on others. I know as an Aquarius, you do not love to be reliant on others, to need others, but if you do want to improve in that area, around this new moon, September 15th, it will be a lot easier to take tiny steps towards it. For the whole month, a lot of your focus lies on these preparation that you're doing before you step out into the big world. And this is because we have Mars, the planet of energy and action and passion, in your 9th house, the house of preparation. So see with having Mars there, if you can do a little bit more studying, harness this energy, this wonderful activity and passion to really prepare, to really explore different avenues that you haven't thought of before, to sign up for classes that you haven't thought of before. You might find that the Mars energy there really helps you out this month. And finally, we wrap up the month with a full moon in Aries in your house of communication. So you might find that there is something about the way you communicate that you need to let go of. So you have gone through some big changes, right, with Venus in your 7th house, about how you relate to others. Now you have Jupiter in your 4th house, so you're really thinking about your home and what you need from your home. So it only makes sense that the way you communicate to others is also getting a bit of a change in September. See if there is any mask you put on when you communicate that just doesn't serve you anymore, that you need to take off, and you need to show your true self to others. So overall, Aquarius, this month has quite a bit of a focus on your relationships. You are going through some new moons and full moons that are allowing you to reflect on how you rely on others and how you communicate with others. And you're also spending a lot of energy preparing to step out into the big world. You are reconsidering your home, you're reconsidering studying and what you're doing in that area to prepare to step out in the big world. And I'm so excited to see what happens when you step out, what you share with all of us.